Chelsea Football Club accept a fee and agree a fee with Atletico Madrid to take Conor Gallagher to Madrid. Conor Gallagher doesn't want to go, apparently. I need to talk to you a lot about this because this is the third time he's doing this. I'm not happy. Victor Osimhen's move to Chelsea apparently is very, very real. We have got James Horncastle coming out and he's very reputable. We've got Fabrizio coming out with a full explanation and this was very insightful. Enzo Maresca talks about Ben Chilwell's fit into his current system, and when I tell you it ain't looking good for Benny Boy, I mean it is not looking good for Benny Boy. And Andreas Santos is going on loan today. Last time when I was recording this video, the guy was boarding a plane. Let's talk about it, let's get into it, and now let's break this news down because today is a jam-packed video with a lot of opinions from myself and good reputable journalists. So let's get into it. Hit that like button. 1,000 likes honestly does marvelous things on the algorithm. Number 2, subscriptions are always appreciated because it's the best way of me building this community. And whoever wants to put a super chat to guarantee a comment below, honestly, that is phenomenal and it really helps the channel run. But let's get started. Conor Gallagher's situation is absolutely frustrating because what I'm going to explain to you now, a lot of people aren't going to like, because there are two segments of fans within the Chelsea fan base and within any fan base, right? There's the segment of fans that don't care about Cobham or the equivalent at any other club and say, look, the only thing that matters is the first team. And there's the other segment of fans that believe when you graduate from the academy, there's certain rights, unwritten laws that come assigned with it. It's your club. It means more to you to play for us. So why am I saying this? Because what I'm going to explain to you guys now is not going to be popular. Conor Gallagher has been pushed out of Chelsea for the last 18 months. Rightfully or wrongfully, the sporting directors do not believe he's of the quality to be at Chelsea Football Club. They went and signed Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, Romeo Lavia, Creedon Dewsbury Hall, Carney Chukwuemeka, and Andreas Santos. They have 6 players that they believe are better fits in that midfield than Conor Gallagher. That's their opinion. That's their prerogative as employers, right? You can disagree with it, I can disagree with it, but this is how they feel. What has happened since then? They have accepted a bid from Everton for £40 million in January, not last summer, the summer before. He said he ain't going. Okay, cool. You don't want to go to a club of that level. Totally agree. They were in a relegation battle. I don't blame. Then Aston Villa this summer. Aston Villa this summer showed critical interest. They wanted him. They wanted to use the Onana money. This is very well reported, yeah, that they wanted to use the Onana money on Conor Gallagher. He didn't want to move out to Birmingham. He believed he can aim for a club higher than Aston Villa. No problem. Now Chelsea have agreed a £33 million move to Atletico Madrid, add-ons included. According to Fabrizio Romano, the deal is imminent. One problem. Conor Gallagher doesn't want it. Why doesn't Conor Gallagher want it? He wants to be a Chelsea player. And this frustrates me because a lot of people want to be a Chelsea player. Chelsea don't want you to be a Chelsea player. And what he's going to say is, I've got a contract, I've got a year left, and I want to see out my contract. I want to be a Chelsea player for another year. Fair enough. I think Chelsea should go and do the thing that big clubs do, or any club does. I don't want you at my club. I'm going to make you train with a kid. It's not popular. I think this is what they should do. They should explain to him it this way. For 18 months, we've been telling you, you need to leave. For 18 months, we've been telling you, you are surplus to requirements. We don't have you in our plan. Pochettino wanted to play you. We allowed him to do that. We could have made you miss a year of your career. We did it. Pochettino wanted to play you. We allowed it. Now, we have got you Aston Villa, a Champions League team move. You didn't want to go. Then we got you another move to Atletico Madrid, Champions League and title contending in Spain. If you refuse to go now, we're going to have to take extortionate measures. And the extortionate measures are the measures that they took with Hakim Ziyech, Kepa Arrizabalaga, Romelu Lukaku, and Malang Sarr. Malang Sarr did not deserve that. Romelu Lukaku, Ziyech and Kepa only deserved it because they threw their toys out the pram after Chelsea basically told them, you're not allowed to be here anymore. Those players would have played. They would have found a way to play. It's just they were treated incorrectly. So what I'm going to tell you now is very simple. If he refuses to go to Atletico Madrid, in my opinion, he shouldn't be training with the first team at Cobham. He needs to be training with the kids and he should miss a year out of his career. You don't want to go? No problem. Let's see how much your pay package takes a hit in a year's time when you haven't kicked the ball and you've been training with kids. And let's see what your agent can get for you. Because the honest truth is, you're not Kylian Mbappe. You are not Vinicius. You are not a type of player that could take a year out and then a club will still throw the bag at you. Not many clubs will throw a bag get a midfielder that is combative and relies on energy, pace, and athleticism. Nothing else. He doesn't add any more of that pizzazz and quality on the ball. So let's see what happens when he's not as sharp. Personally, you have to take those ramifications. People will argue, he's a Cobham graduate, Alex, you can't treat him like that. Why can't you treat him like that? This is a relationship. This is a contract, right? You play for me, I've paid you for this many years. However, you need to play. I don't think you're worthy to play anymore. If you are unhappy, you hand in a transfer request and say, oh no, I've got a back injury. Oh no, I don't want to play. I can't play you. In this situation, I don't think you're good enough. I don't want to play you. Why is it so complicated? Like, why is there one rule for players that didn't come out of Cobham and another rule for others? I don't like that. I want the same energy. Malang Sarr wanted to play, yet he was isolated for 2 years. And his career now has taken a huge hit. And yet people just say, oh, what a waste of money. Connor's a waste of money at the moment because they don't want to use him. He's not good enough anymore under this current system, nor the old one, in my opinion. As far as sagas go, this Victor Osimhen saga is absolutely bonkers. And I mean it in like the nicest way. It is absolutely bonkers. I can't believe we have got to this stage. We all know Chelsea wanted the player, right? It wasn't a secret. However, after the player signed an additional year, took the money and gave leverage back to Napoli, Chelsea basically released a brief through Fabrizio Romano and said this can't happen. And many clubs like Arsenal moved away from the deal. So many clubs said, nah, this can't happen. We can't do this deal. It's too expensive. And now, within 48 hours, this deal has become a reality. And what has happened, Fabrizio has given us a beautiful timeline. And this is actually really nice. And this is why I like Fabrizio. When Fabrizio gives us the depth of answers and he doesn't just regurgitate old information, when he does this, he's the best in the business. Him and Ornstein are literally pound for pound the best. And this is amazing for Fabrizio. He explained, number one, talks between Chelsea and Napoli have happened. The discussion about the loan was real. Wonderful news. We knew that. We said that yesterday's video when we spoke about it, right? The clubs definitely had this discussion. Too many sources were saying. He also added, the player is against the move. Not the player. Not the player is against the loan. It's the agent. The agent messed up, and the agent now does not want a loan because the loan gives two things. Number one, signing on fee ain't great. And number two, uncertainty. If he comes and has a bad season, good luck trying to get him out of Napoli next year. It is going to be very difficult at the wages that he will want. Thirdly, and this is a big one, he doesn't want to take a pay cut. Why would he want to take a pay cut? Why would Victor Osimhen want to take a pay cut and help Chelsea out? He is not a Chelsea fan. He represents Victor Osimhen. He wants the best for Victor Osimhen. On what planet should he be taking a pay cut to come to Chelsea when they're not in the Champions League? We are not in the Champions League. Why do we feel like we have the right to ask him to take a pay cut? If anything, we should be paying him more. That's my personal opinion. Like if you're going to persuade a Champions League level player to come and play for a club in the Conference League, you're going to have to persuade him more. So that makes total sense. And the final thing, Victor's already said yes to PSG. He's already agreed to join Paris Saint-Germain. The difference is PSG can't agree a deal with Napoli. And Antonio Conte is the big joker in this whole situation. You know when you're playing cards and there's a joker card that just gives you so much power. Then one, you can absolutely just break everything into pieces. Flip the game left, right and center. Antonio Conte wants only Romelu Lukaku. Do you understand the mess this is in now? But that's why Chelsea can believe they can push this leverage through. Because what is happening is Napoli want only Romelu Lukaku. They want to get Victor Osimhen off the books because he wants to leave. Chelsea are like, yo, we'll do the deal. We'll just do it on a loan. However, the player's agent is like, I don't know about that one. Now, James Horcastle has come out of this and he is reaffirming everything Fabrizio said in terms of the loan is real, it's going to take time. And guys, the longer this goes, the more days that go by, the longer Chelsea and the better Chelsea's odds become. I'm telling you now, Chelsea will get this deal done if Napoli agree and Victor Osimhen's cap agree that there's an obligation if Chelsea make the Champions League. If Chelsea make the Champions League, they have to pay the money. And for me, that will make a responsible move, but also watch out for Cesar Casadei. I've said this before, I can see him going to an Italian club and this could happen. Interesting move. Now you're up to date. Let's get into the rest of the story. Before we get into Benny Boy, make sure you hit that like button, 1,000 likes, and subscribe as well. Like, you made it this far, you're clearly enjoying the content. You're gonna be back for more, and I'm gonna keep delivering the entertainment that you lot have seen. Now, it is hot in the UK, bruv, 32 degrees, mad thing. Now we need to talk about Ben Chilwell. Enzo Maresca in his press conference. I'm not bringing you guys the press conference because there wasn't much said apart from this, and this is where it got very, very interesting. He was asked about Ben Chilwell, and the question was very good. Like, this is the type of questions I think journalists should ask more. What's going on with Ben Chilwell? Does he fit in your tactics as a left winger or a left back? Beautiful question. It is to the point. It's not open-ended. He can't take it down. He has to answer it properly. And his answer was absolutely, imperatively, he's a left back. The difference is, he said, we need to find solutions of how to integrate in him. Code for that, saying, yo, we've got a serious problem on our hands because he can't do what I need him to do on the ball. And we do have a problem with Ben Chilwell because he's on 210k. His whole football career depended on his athleticism. He's had numerous injuries. He's lost a lot of the unique selling point that made him so special in terms of being able to just outwork other people at that left back position. And now he's expected to be technically great. Can you improve by the margin that needs to be improved at his age? I don't know. I don't know, nor am I caring to guess, because I don't think he's better than Cucurella at doing the role. And I also, from what I've seen of Renato Veiga, he's not better than him on the ball. Plus, Veiga adds height, strength, and fluidity. Like, in the game, he can go into DM. In the game, he can go to left centre-back. In the game, he can actually become a normal left-back. So it just creates so many interesting avenues. And I'm very excited to see what happens. But Ben's time at Chelsea, if somebody bids money, he will be going. I'm telling you. This final update is regarding Andrés Santos. And it looks like Andrés Santos will be leaving Chelsea early from the US tour because Enzo Fernandez has come back. Moses Caicedo has come back. And I'm guessing his game time is going to be limited, right? And this makes total sense because he's going to Strasbourg and he's going to join their second preseason camp and get ready for Ligue 1 to kick off. And the reason why he's joining Strasbourg so early is because they want Liam Rosinha to get this guy into a system where he'll basically be replicating what Enzo Maresca wants him to do. And the reality is, this is for the best for Andrés Santos. He will go there, he will develop his attributes, and more importantly, and this is the key, he will be accustomed to playing at Ligue 1 standard or Ligue 1 standard, and there he will basically have a direct transition of, this is my role here, but it could be my role at Chelsea. He'll get better at it in a good competitive league. And we know the transition from Ligue 1 to the Premier League for midfielders is very good. We've seen it with so many midfielders coming across, doing a great job. So I'm really excited. I will be watching a lot of Strasbourg this year. Definitely. I love watching Andrés Santos play, and I'm going to be keeping massive tabs on him. But this was the Kavkas View. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I hope you lot enjoyed it. By the way, like I told you lot in the past, if you want to see the full-flown explanation of what's been going on with the Victor Osimhen move, here's the video link for you guys for yesterday's video. And if you want a tactical breakdown of Victor Osimhen, it's over here. It will tell you the strengths, the weaknesses, and how I feel about the possible transfer. Let's get into it. Let me know your comments in the below. Do you think I'm being too harsh on Conor Gallagher? Peace out. I'm out. Have a lovely day.